Thank you, Mr. Chair. And Mr. Benevento, I'll start with you, please, and focus on you, of course, with the EPA. As you know, the 10th Circuit has found that the EPA abused the small refinery exemption program by granting SREs in an arbitrary and capricious manner. Okay, not my words. Arbitrary and capricious manner. We've just heard from another senator concerned about the oil industry, but I'm concerned about my industry in Iowa that was harmed by these illegal, not coming from me, coming from the 10th Circuit, illegal SREs. Okay, these illegal SREs caused over 4 billion gallons of demand destruction for ethanol and biodiesel, and it shut down numerous plants across the heartland, depressing commodity values in an already uncertain time for my farmers and my producers. Can we agree that at this very moment, the 10th Circuit decision is the law of the land?
Senator, as I mentioned to Senator Inhofe, you know, that decision, the timeline of that decision coming out in my nomination sort of worked together.
Understood, but can we agree that this is the law of the land right now? It is a decision.
Yeah, yes, it is a 10th Circuit decision and it is binding. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you. There are currently 23 pending waiver petitions for 2019. Now that the administration is considering an appeal, which is ongoing now, that decision has yet to be made from the 10th Circuit, can you commit to me that the EPA will not grant any of these pending small refinery exemptions of 2019 until the legal action is settled?
Thank you, Senator. So while this review is ongoing, and I look forward to coming up to speed on it once my confirmation hearing is complete, I would want to get back to you with a response on how we're going to be managing the program on any matter after the hearing, perhaps a QFR. What I don't want to do is, as the review is ongoing, and there's a lot of, it's a very complex decision, and I know our folks in OAR as well as the lawyers at DOJ are looking at it and trying to determine what exactly it means for us. So I think I would like to, the best way to get back to you on that, to give you an answer that I think is going to be certain and going to be accurate, is to respond in writing.
Well, and I can appreciate the situation that you are in. I can tell you our farmers and producers are tired of being yanked around by the EPA, and again, these illegal SREs. And yes, there are some small refineries out there that should be granted waivers. I will give them that. But a number of these small refineries are actually owned by much larger oil companies like Exxon and Chevron. Those don't seem to be small refineries. And a little additional information, the American Petroleum Institute is the only national trade association that represents all aspects of the oil and gas industry, America's oil and gas industry. They said the EPA should move immediately to apply the court's decision nationwide. Anything short of this will only further exacerbate the regulatory uncertainty. So not only are we yanking our ethanol producers, America's farmers around, but some of the folks in the oil industry are being yanked around as well. So we need to move through this, not do the appeal, go ahead and apply the standard that the court came out with, and really focus, just as the senator from Oklahoma suggested, looking at other ways that we can provide relief to the small refineries outside of yanking around our producers and our farmers in the Midwest. So you know where I stand on this. My folks back home know where I stand on this. We have had ethanol producers that have shut down. Not the threat of small refineries that might shut down someday. We've had ethanol plants shut down. We're following the law. We believe EPA should follow the law as well. Thank you for your consideration, and guaranteed we will follow up on that.
Thank you, Senator.